The Tamiya covers a little bit better, and it smells like candy, so I like it. Okay, welcome back to another Fwoosh custom. I'm afraid to call it a tutorial. It's more of a tip. What I'm going to show you is so easy it's ridiculous. I'm going to show how to turn the Walgreens exclusive Agent Venom into a Thunderbolts version, which is, essentially the whites are red. Whenever he was on that team with Punisher and Deadpool and Red Hulk and Elektra. It's a reason to get two Venoms, or just have one. If you like the red one better, just make it the red one. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into this. If I were just doing this for me, I'd come in and paint the white parts, but that would, involve following the lines and staying in this and that. You could come in here where the white is patchy and, cover it up, make it solid, that kind of thing. But this is quick and dirty. I was just going to show you how to easily make them red, which I started on the back just to make sure the technique worked before I got on camera, and it failed miserably. It's nice and simple. All you're going to need is a clear red. I prefer Tamiya. It's a little stickier. It's not, I hate to say rubbery. It's a bit harder to work with than, say, Model Master clear red. The Tamiya covers a little bit better, and it smells like candy, so I like it. All we're going to do is take clear red, go over the white. And the good thing about going with clear red, we're working with white and black. The red's going to cover the white, but it's not going to cover the black. Now, I did notice it has a kind of a problem of making it glossy, but afterwards we'll give it a shot of Tester's Dull Coat, or whatever dulling finish you want to use, or you prefer. I like Dull Coat. As you can tell, I use it a lot. I'll use it between paint coats, even when I'm doing the same color. Just, protection. It keeps you from messing up the layer under, that kind of thing. Got my paintbrush. I'm not going very thin because you don't really have to stay in the lines here. I do because I'm OCD about that thing. It's been years and years and years I've, stayed on the lines, but I got kind of sloppy back here. It's really hard to tell. You can see kind of a shine to it. But a couple of coats of Dull Coat, clear that right up. Now you want to go in heavy, really heavy. Like I said, it's just habit for me to stay in the lines. Like I was saying about Tamiya, it's a little bit sticky when it starts drying, so you don't want to be dragging through after the first, swipe or so. But we're going to be doing a couple coats here to make it nice and even. You don't have to get full coverage on the first pass. You're going to be coming through several times. And with this paint, you want to let it dry fully before going to the next coat. I'll say it again, it gets sticky. And if you try to swipe through it, it'll just drag the paint right off the figure. Quick and dirty. In fact, I don't think I've ever had it this easy with staying in lines. I'll fully admit, I read this idea on the forum, thought I'd give it a try. And it worked out beautifully. See, it's not going to cover right there where the black is, showing through the white. But it's Agent Venom. It's all good. I'm just going on real heavy. Hell, it's tempting to just dip it in paint, but what you can do. And yeah, even after dull coat, you may still have a little shine on the black. May just have a slight red tint to the black around the lines. But that's only going to happen if you get up super close to it. You're not going to be able to tell in normal light, standing on the shelf. Plus, it's a rare occasion that you get to just slop. Dry brushing maybe, but it's not very often. See, first coat already down. I'm going to go ahead and come in and hit this. Now I notice this figure has a lot of little grooves and textures. Take your time, or don't take your time. Just slop it on. Have fun with it. That's the whole point of this. I only have the clear red because I usually use it over metallics, like a silver. Try to make it a, well, try. You put it over silver, you end up with a metallic red, an Iron Man type red. So I have the clear gold and the clear red and the several more. They just come in handy. Like I said in the other video, just another weapon in your arsenal. You never know when something's gonna, become useful. Hands. The good thing about most of the white here too, it's not on articulation points. So even though we're gonna seal it, it shouldn't be that hard to, move them around after the paint job. You may get a little rub right there in the hip balls, but I tend not to move customs around too much after I paint them. I'm gonna rotate this leg in so I can get to the white easier. You also don't want to hit the silver of the gun right here. It's one of the few things that are a different color. And it looks like mine's missing the white line on the hip ball, but it's under the holster. Who cares? The clear red takes a little while to dry, so I did the torso already. I've gone to the shoulder pads, I went around to the back, I came around the side, this and that, so hopefully by now the torso is dry enough again that I can come back and throw another coat on there real quick while I have the paint open and the brush is wet. And you'll slowly see it start getting more and more solid. You can keep adding red until you get, it as dark as you want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and get sloppy with the eyes. I'm okay with the lenses of the eyes being the shiny. which I haven't been too careful during the whole thing. And it should still look okay. Yeah, I'm shaky. Another little tip. See how I'm touching with my pinky? That adds a little bit of stability whenever I'm painting. Because, like I said, shaky, 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 shaky. You just have to be careful when you're putting pinky on it. You don't want to put it in the paint job. It's a little harder to do whenever you're doing a base coat and covering the whole figure. Because I have a tendency to stick my finger right back in the spot where I just painted. Light coat of red looks more orangey. But keep on adding. It'll get dark. My paintbrush kind of stuck right there. I'm coming back to the wet parts too fast. See, I'm scraping it off right there. But quick pass. Quick and dirty. And even if you like, your figures to have a factory paint job, doing this, it still looks like a factory paint job because you can still see the black through the red. I mean, it's not like it's a, super color. See, I stuck my finger right in the wrist paint, or the back of the hand paint, whatever. Easy enough to just come back and hit it again. What, it's taken 10-15 minutes to do this? I haven't stopped. And I'm nearly done. With clears, it may be a little better to use an old brush. They tend to stick the bristles together. I've really piled it on the black of the lenses. It's glossy, but it's not really any more glossy than the black plastic. Not a biggie. There you go. Well, there's a couple spots I could re-hit. I'm going to hit the largest spot one more time. Let him dry, and then I'll hit him with some dull coat, and we'll see how he comes out. And there we go. I had kind of a problem. When I went to dull coat him, it reacted with the paint. I don't know if I didn't let it dry long enough, but the edges kind of seeped away, like the white started showing through the red again. I hit it again with another coat and just left it as is. It's durable enough after the red dries. It's a little glossy, but I'm good with it. I went over the armor and hit everywhere instead of just the white spots. I went over the black too, and it made it a little glossy all over, and it hid the edges a little better. You can kind of see where I went out of line here and maybe on the head a little bit, but it's not terrible unless you get it right up on it. And really, you'd notice it just as much on a factory paint job. So you can kind of see how the dull coat kind of lightened the red, where you can kind of see through it to the white. But I came back, did another coat on the red, because this is just a how-to. I'm just showing you. I'm not going for perfect results. I just trying to share with the world. Yeah, I'm happy with them. I don't have the Thunderbolt Punisher, but I can do the same thing to, the White Skull Punisher. Just have him come in with the red. Here he is with the Thunderbolts worth displaying. Like I said, the Punisher, you could probably do the same thing. Clear coat the red over. in parts that you want. Old ass Deadpool custom. I mean, I don't remember when I made that. That was when the original Bullseye came out, I guess. Way back. Toy Biz needs updating badly. And then the Build-A-Figure Red Hulk. So, I mean, they all fit together. It'll make a nice display. I have to come up with an Electra someday. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the Fwoosh.